Session replay allows users to completely view exactly what the user did. So, to recap, user session tracking in Coralogix Real User Monitoring is a collection of events that occurred on the page. For example, I'm looking at the last 6 hours worth of data, and I can see that there are a number of activities on this page. I can see there are various clicks, navigations, scrolls. I can see all of the different HTML elements and so on. This has been covered in a previous video. Just for clarity as well, I can look at the resources that were downloaded, the errors that occurred. I can even look at the RUM logs that drove this particular user session. But session replay is a level up from this, where what we're talking about is reconstructing the user session based on these events. If I just move myself here, and you'll notice a few things on the screen. The first is the video player here. So you can see the mouse moving as the screen is loading. On the bottom here, you'll see there's an area in white and an area in grey or dark grey. So what does this actually mean? What this means is the white area is when something is occurring on the screen. So if the user is just sat doing nothing, then it will come up as grey. And this gives you a really clear visibility of what's active versus inactive. And you can even skip at this point. But crucially, you can also skip to different parts of the video. So these are like checkpoints. So I can see when this resize observer error occurred in the UI. So this is really, really powerful, because what it means is this UI is tuned for both the UI UX kind of observability, where you're checking for, why did a user click this button and so on, or it's the other kind. Why did this error occur? How did this error impact the user? So for triaging issues, for understanding the real root cause of a problem, this is where it is. Now, I want to highlight a few things here about session replay that's more general about Coralogix Real User Monitoring. If I revert back to the user session tracking screen here, you'll see this button here, Show Archive. If I click this, what's going to happen is I'm going to be querying back the last 6 hours, but taking into account monitoring data too. This means that this data does not have to be indexed. And for context, that means that using the TCO quota optimizer, one can drive massive discounts based on the price of the per gigabyte of the log. So real user monitoring is really, really scalable in Coralogix. Now, a big common problem with it is just simply too much data. In Coralogix, that problem simply goes away. So this is a very, very quick breakdown of some of the features that exist in user session tracking and in session replay, as well as the fact that we also have error tracking, which allows you to visualize what errors were occurring, and it will template and group those errors together, give you high-level analytics of the behavior of those errors, and of course the Web Vitals screen, giving you the most impactful metrics to describe the actual user experience, either as that website overall or on a per page basis, depending on what you're trying to do. And again, everything can be loaded directly from the archive, which is an S3 bucket in your account, minimizing retention costs, query costs, minimizing everything, because it does not cost you anything to query your archive. In summary, you can visualize and retain way, way more data in the Coralogix platform than in any other platform on the market without the associated costs. This is one of the great scaling problems of our time in the DevOps community, and this is a really, really, really powerful solution to that problem that will scale as you need it to, whenever you need it to.